exciting episode of Table Talk, the show where we take your topics, that's right, you, using the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter and r/SourceFed on Reddit. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Annette.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Oh, welcome, ladies.
Welcome, Steve.
This is a full bowl here.
This is a full bowl. That means there's a lot to pick.
Let's jump right in with...
It's early.
WJM8914 says, is proper grammar becoming a lost art? In some ways.
Steve actually has some stuff to say about this.
I do?
Yeah, you corrected some grammar recently.
Oh, it was that stupid song in Frozen. God damn that.
What is that song? Go.
It makes you very upset.
I hate it.
Tell
I
everybody.
hate it. It's like,
you sing it for
I
me?
forgot what it was. It's like, in the first time since forever.
It's the first time in forever.
The first
something.
time in forever.
First time in forever. Not a thing.
It's so bullshit. You're teaching children
so mad.
incorrect grammar, and I'm sorry, if we're talking about the olden days, the Danish snow days with the kings and queens and the Jack Frost type bullshit, they used proper grammar back then.
How do you know? Were you
English.
there?
I was there. I have a time machine.
Oh, but you're my
did.
Franklin, travel to time.
I like the art of proper grammar, but I have to say I don't use it every day.
Yeah, I will say that art is a really, really weird term for grammar.
Well,
Yeah, the
but it's,
art
but
of
it's part of
grammar.
language,
The art of
and
grammar-
language is
Look,
an art.
I understand, but I also understand that, like, colloquially and, like, all those different, like, you know, I mean, there's colloquial and stuff. But no, I think there's different, like, things that we get into that it's like the Urban Dictionary and things like that. I appreciate that a lot. Do I appreciate dumb talk where it's like I is good? No, not at all.
No.
Right.
But I do think that there's certain things that we kind of need to like let slip under the rug. I hate when people go like, I think you mean who's ever or whomever, and you're like, I think I mean what I mean.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, you know what I mean, you smart ass.
I know.
I would never go so far as to correct someone.
Yeah,
You know
that's
who's
the
a real
worst,
grammar Nazi?
man.
That's
Elliot
sad.
Morgan. Elliot Morgan
And
is
Ross.
the biggest.
I think he
Ross
does it
does
for-
it too.
But Elliot Morgan knows and doesn't say, like, he'll be like, yeah, put the apostrophe there. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just feel like with the age of the iPhone and autocorrect, there's a lot of absolutely, at least we've got our apostrophes in the right place.
Well,
these
and the
days.
spell check generation.
And
I
the
mean, when
spell
everybody
checks,
started, you know, typing out in Microsoft Word and it spell checked,
Yeah.
reports
Yeah,
became a lot easier
I don't
for
remember how
people.
to spell anything now because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Because we're the spell check
Well,
generation. Like
there's-
people use that term
And
to
that's
describe
exactly what I'm trying to say. In this generation,
Yeah.
it's no, there's no excuse to accidentally a word. All right.
yeah.
Who's next? Who's next?
No, but I have to
Yeah.
say, like, when you're looking at, and it's probably because I like Latin so much, but when you're looking at a language for,
This
like, the
lady
beauty
over
of
here.
what it is, grammar really is an art. Like, when
No,
you're looking at, like,
yes.
diagramming sentences and, like, how it's all supposed to work, it's beautiful. I'm not saying that that's what happens
No, I do
in
agree.
everyday speak at all, but it is really cool.
And
so
it
I
is
hope it
fascinating
doesn't
to,
get
like-
lost.
like-
Still teach it.
Still teach it. No, and I do agree with that, but I also think that there's just like some part of it where you just go like, yeah, but there's certain things that are gonna be like loose because that's what they are. But I completely agree, especially like Dickensian kind of stuff. I'm like, that's well crafted, and because it's well crafted, it's like it sets in your mind and in your heart and everything better because it's wonderfully worded.
Yeah, I say we
Alright.
leave the good stuff for the people that know how to actually speak well.
Yeah, speak good. All right, eating out with Rob Ford.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
You got scared for a second.
Are you eating out Rob Ford?
Eating out with Rob
Someone
Ford.
did at some point.
All right, where's the weirdest place you've seen accidental or intentional public nudity?
Ooh.
Oh.
The 405 South.
Yeah, people change a lot on there.
No, not
Oh.
changing in the car. I know I've told this story once before, so I'll do a real quick version. But here's Trisha driving along the 405 North. Traffic's horrendous. I can't figure out why. And the other side of the street is completely empty, so I assume there's been an accident or something.
heartbreaking.
No accident, because pretty soon I see a man wearing only sneakers running down the middle of the 405 South on the other side of the street. Just junk just flying.
Wait, what is
Yeah.
that? Drugs? Is
Yeah.
that drugs thing?
I don't know if it was a drug thing, but he's
if he
running,
got kicked
followed by a parade of like a V of cop cars, just slowly following him.
That's
and
the
then
way to go
all
out.
this traffic behind that. So I don't know if no one wanted to tackle him. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
thinking was, but I was like, that's the most interesting thing I've
You know,
ever
we
seen
should- we
while
should,
stuck in traffic.
We should ask Joe why he did that when he comes
I
back.
know. That is a
should ask
classic
him.
joke.
Maybe we could
I
find
love
out.
just the sneakers though. Like,
Yeah.
just
The sneakers.
Well,
Like,
you
he didn't
can't
hurt
run on
his
the
feet.
freeway without
No,
sneakers.
you can't. That's just bad
That's
planning.
bad planning.
I don't know. I have a lot of different ones where you're just like, oh, that's a naked. That's
a naked.
I think my favorite was probably like seeing some guy and he was just shirt cocking it, where he just had a shirt cocking is where you're just wearing your shirt.
I was not familiar with that term.
Shirt
Thank you.
cocking. Never heard of that.
It's a Burning Man term.
I call it Donald Ducking.
Oh, that is a Donald Ducking. Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
all
he just
right.
got the shirt Donald
Sure,
Duck don't wear
and
no
nothing-
pants.
We need
But
to
he
poo
was
it.
just shirt cocking, and he was
Pooing?
like, but it was like regular life, just walking around.
It was
and
at Burning Man?
It was on Melrose, because on Burning Man it's all shirt.
Because then I was gonna jump into what the are you doing at Burning Man?
I would go to. I love Burning Man.
Really?
It's
You go to
great.
Burning Man?
No, but my boyfriend does, and
Okay.
he
Does
thinks
he?
it's
Does he?
wonderful.
Shirt.
He never shirt.
Does he like peyote? Is he into peyote?
He's never done peyote. I don't think
Alright.
I don't think he's ever done peyote. Which peyote's not horrible.
Does he use like gluten-free?
I don't even think it's that. I think there's a lot. I think it's like a world of different
deodorant?
people.
Does he use gluten-free
Yeah,
deodorant?
he does use gluten-free deodorant.
Is that bike animal free?
Is that bike animal free?
You're the worst.
Actually,
hippie
you know the
I've ever
weirdest
seen
place
in my
I've
life.
This
seen-
isn't hippie. Hippie is like, hey man, free love, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is like new age. Like, is it gluten-free?
Gluten-free.
I must have my Starbucks.
The weirdest place I've seen nudity is sitting right outside there, and it was Steve's brains.
Yeah, I've definitely.
brain did a
That's
lot.
all over the office.
brain
This office is
I
the
have
weirdest
video.
place
I
you've
actually
seen
have
nudity?
video of no, just because I wasn't expecting it, and
Okay.
Steve was waving goodbye with his brains hanging out.
Yeah. You know, I have a. This could get into a
Steve
really
does this a
serious
lot.
discussion.
Yeah.
But I had a dinner with friends not too long ago, and I decided I don't know why I decided to show off a photo of like, you know, because we have
of your stuff.
well, we have photos where I mean I find it hilarious.
Yeah, it
we
is
find
hilarious.
it funny, but
it's funny to us because in this office we have such a weird incestual relationship.
I think so.
that-
Anyone else would be like, "This is horrible."
Right.
You
None of
can't
us.
do
Right.
this."
I think we're so. None of us want to sleep with each other.
No.
At all.
No.
So nudity is funny in a very
Yeah,
like
it's not sexual at all.
kind of
It's
way.
great.
Yeah, it's not
Well, and that's the
sexual
thing.
at
That was
all.
very close,
Thank
baby.
you, I
Great
know.
job. There was so it was during the holiday special, and I think I just pushed like one nut
Yeah, you did.
up against the glass
Yeah.
in the writing
Yes,
room,
you did.
and I have like the funniest smile
Yeah.
on my face. In fact, we could probably
It's
show
pretty
it with a
hilarious.
blur.
Yeah,
if
blur
we
it
want.
out.
But it's me just smiling. I'm sorry for whoever has to blur that. I'm sorry,
know.
DJ. If you want to show it or not, but it's like a funny picture, and I like love it.
It's
We all got a kick
hilarious.
out of it. We
It's
all laughed
hilarious.
about it.
Definitely all laughed.
And so I don't remember why it was brought up at dinner, but I'm like sifting through my photos, and I'm like, oh, I know my friends are gonna get a kick out of this. And I showed it to one of my friends, and she starts laughing. She's like, "That's hilarious!" And then it turned into this. Why'd you just show me your nuts? And I was like, I'm not in the writer's room right now.
It's like a problem.
I'm not at work where this is okay. I've
This
had
is
so
okay.
many
Yeah.
instances
Yeah.
like that where I'm in real life and I show people something that we've all laughed
all
at
laughed at.
work,
Yeah.
and they don't think it's funny. In fact,
But
they're
you know
quite
what?
offended.
Yes.
Can I tell you something though? The conversation went south really fast because it turned into one of those things where my friend was like, "I didn't think you were like that. I didn't think you were those kind of guys that
What kind of guy?
that frat boy
Oh,
mentality
she
of
thought
like."
you were like selfie
She
dude?
thought it was She thought it was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna get drunk and show you my nuts."
Why do you
Because
can't
I'm a
know?
fucking bigot and I fucking hate women and blah. And it turned into this
That
whole.
sounds like a her issue.
It turned into this total feminism thing, and I was like, you have to understand that, like, I just find it funny because it's it's not normal in any
It's
way.
hilarious.
It's not normal.
We got in
Anything-
trouble there was a party that we went to.
Ooh,
and
we can't get too much into
we
that.
can't get too much into that, but we had a party that we went to, and the entire time talking to very high up executives.
Oh, I know which party you guys are talking
Steve and our
about.
good friend Peter Gilroy had their wieners out the entire
right
time.
out! Just
And it
right out!
It was my favorite thing in the entire, because they were having legitimately serious conversations
and we
about
have,
YouTube in the
there
future.
is somewhere there's video footage.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, who knows where that is?
I don't
though?
know.
We
but
don't
it
know
was
where that
probably
footage
one of my
exists.
favorite things.
I love the video footage because I was having a serious
You were having a
conversation
serious
with you
conversation,
assholes for a while before I realized your whole
I
Frank
mean,
and Beans was just hanging out there.
And look, maybe, look, I understand the whole idea of like there's personal bubble and personal space, and there's things that, you have every right to not want to see something like that.
Absolutely.
And you have every right to say, I just don't want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the other hand, it's like...
Well, I never want to see your nuts, but that doesn't mean it's still not funny every time.
And that's all I'm saying. Every once in a while, you gotta think outside the box. You gotta turn the world upside down and do
and shock people.
You gotta do something, and it's either it's a shock thing or it's making people laugh. But I just love the idea of having something irregular, something is slightly off about a situation, whether it's
slightly off. Your whole wiener's out.
Well,
it was hilarious.
I don't know that I've ever had a more emphatic "Oh, Steven" come out of my.
But I mean, I was just offended. I never get offended, but I was very offended when my friend was like, "That's such a frat boy. That is so not you. That is not you, Steve." And I was like, "What? What? What do you mean?"
But that is you, but it's not a frat boy. It's because you think it's hilarious, and we all think it's hilarious.
But frat boys think it's hilarious, and they do it because they're demeaning women, and they want people to see how big their dicks are.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not what it is. It just doesn't make it. Just I know how it could be misconstrued as such, but it's not. And for me,
I think it's one of those cases of you had to be in the room.
And I will say because of that room, we do a lot of really bad stuff. I.e., the other day I was at an audition, ripped a real hard tooth. And then, immediately realized where I was. Immediately was I was like, prep.
The rapper.
Every girl in the room was like.
Yeah, you know what?
I did that once, but a step further. I was hanging out with someone that I'm dating, and
you farted.
And I don't believe in farting in front of your significant other. Keep the magic there for as long as you can. But no. I totally, not even just farted audibly, did a tilt fart and then went, you like that? And then I was like,
yeah! Our baby's grown up! Our baby! We're teaching her well. Yeah. The lesson here is that we're so comfortable with each other here.
That we do
that it's absolutely not appropriate to do with our friends.
Don't do any of that.
And I want you to know, it's because of those people that find that not cool is the reason why we have to hold back and not share the awesome that happens in the writer's room with you guys. I'm sorry, because I'm a frat boy.
Okay.
I'm a frat boy. Right. I didn't even go to college. Okay. All right? I've never had alcohol in my goddamn life.
That's true.
And I'm a frat boy. Eat my shit.
Okay, honey, just breathe. You're okay.
I will wear you like a goddamn hat, bitch.
Oh, but that actually did sound misogynistic a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I could wear a guy like a hat too, all right?
Okay, Becca Awkward, the one dual tone, or at the one dual tone. If you could live in any video game and respawn, which one would you choose? You can go through the series.
Oh my God, this is tough. I mean,
Zelda.
That's a good point, yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
And you can respawn.
I mean, you got to think of the games that are super hard.
Yeah.
And you just, I mean.
Respawn.
Wait, you're living it though, right? You're living the game or no?
Live the game.
And respawn.
You could live in any video game and respawn.
So that means you could never die? You just live in a video game
Shadow
and
of the
never die?
Colossus would be great for that.
Oh my God. But Shadow of the Colossus seems so isolated to me. I need people in my life.
It is, but can you imagine climbing those giant things and not giving a fuck if you get killed?
That's like...
I don't care, I'm gonna climb this Colossus.
I would like to, but
That's awesome.
You know what? I'm gonna be that guy and bring it back, and I know people have not mentioned it, but I think I'm gonna mention Ni no Kuni.
Oh, you love Ni no Kuni.
I love Ni no Kuni, and that world is so wholesome and fun, and it's like the Ghibli universe, and I want to live on that island where all the fairies live, because they're all like comedic, and they're funny, and they do stand-up comedy all the time.
Don't show them your brains there.
Yeah.
Oh, they love it. They love it on the island where Drippy came from.
Drippy.
Also,
that just took a whole new meaning.
I mean, the Bioshock world would be cool too, but that's dangerous.
I was thinking that too, but I thought that too.
Very dangerous. Even if you could respawn, I don't want to live in that scary shit.
Creepy.
With the splicers, nice catch.
DJ caught it.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching Table Talk. We love you guys very much. We love it when you submit topics into our magical bowl here of awesome, using the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter and going to r/SourceFed on Reddit. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
And why don't you guys let us know what you would do, what you would respawn in.
Yeah, what game would you
What video
respawn
game
in?
you would?
Yeah. Also,
Nailed it, Mom.
what comedy boundaries do you have that you like to fight for?
Okay.
How about that? And then we'll talk about it in the comments. I'm not a frat boy.
That's okay.
Just because I want to show my nuts for a joke doesn't mean I'm a frat boy.
You're not gonna get any arguments here, buddy.
God, I love you guys.
It actually is really fun. It's really
I love you guys.
We love you too, Steve. Make out. Oh, they're gonna do it.